Hello, friends. How are you? Hashtag skincare and hair care routine. Y'all see that deep condition? What you know about it? Yes, we have to maintain the hair follicles with short hair too. Okay, hey y'all. Welcome. I'm Dr. AJ Austin, founder of the International Center for Life Coach Training, LLC. Jumping on here mid self-care routine to chat with you guys. I got a glare in my glasses. My skin is shining. My hair is conditioning and softening. Oh, and I got some hair foam in there too, sculpting it. So we're just doing everything today, but I specifically wanted to come on and chat with you really quick about becoming a Black woman certified life coach online for only $100. Y'all ready? If you're ready and you're watching live, first of all, say hello. And second of all, put the 100 emoji in the comments. If you don't speak country, put 100, the emoji in the comments. If you're new here, welcome to the squad. I personally train Black women of faith to become certified life coaches online in one day. And I have taken my 1-day life coach certification training, broken it down into 10 parts. 10, look at my little red tips. Y'all been like rubbing them. So, one day has become 10 modules for you. And instead of one day, we're breaking it down into a 10-month version of what we call our life coach certification self-study program. It's a training. Yes, you leave with your certificate of certification after our time together. If you're ready to become a certified life coach for only $100 a month, because that's all it costs, it's $100 a month for 10 months, and the program is paid off, you're completely trained, you have your certificate. If that sounds like something that you're interested in, want to know more about, let me see the 100 emoji in the comments. Again, in proper grammatical English, is that how you say that? Put a 100 emoji in the comments if you want to become a certified life coach for only $100 a month. All right. So what's going to happen is, if this is something you're interested in, we can have an inbox chat where I'll send you more details about the program. I'm going to break it down in just a few minutes. But I'm also going to send you the registration link to get signed up, because I know a lot of you who come in and out of my videos, you lurk, you watch, you wait. And so this is where we are. This is where I am meeting you. For those of you who don't have $1,000 to pay in one payment, we're breaking them down interest-free for 10 months and allowing you to go through the life coach certification training over a 10-month span. If you're on here, you got questions, go ahead and put them in the comments. Now is the time. Ask me anything about becoming a certified life coach in our 10 for 10 is what we're calling it. So the program is called 10 for 10. It is a 10-month version of the 1-day life coach certification training. It is a self-study training. You do leave with your certificate in here. It's where I break down those 10 modules. I email them to you every month. I'm looking at my notes here because this is new. 2 of our most recent future Black life coaches jumped in. And I'm so excited to see all of you guys who are interested, who want to know more. So make sure you stay tuned, you follow me closely, you hit me up in the inbox. If you are hearing this information or watching it on any other platform outside of Facebook Live in this moment of us being live and recording this, then go ahead and send me an email. I'm aj@thebossof.me. Again, aj@thebossof.me. For those of you who are tuned in live, talk to me in the comments. Where your 100 emojis? $100 a month for 10 months. Again, it's called our 10 for 10 program, and it's where I take the 1-day life coach certification training that I offer for $1,000, pay in full. I'm giving you 10 months to pay that off interest-free as you go through the training. I'm emailing you each of those modules over our time together, and it's for your learning and your payments convenience, okay? So in order for you to complete the certification and receive your life coach certification at the end of our time together, this is how we do it. That just came to me. Prophetic, ain't it? So I'm breaking the program down. It's our self-study program. I'm looking at my notes, making sure I don't leave anything out. But in this training process, it's a part of our virtual experience. So our last 52 coaches now have trained online. They have access to this same material. And as I mentioned, 2 of our most recent coaches are in our 10 for 10 program. And they are going through this training with you. And as you know, if we're Facebook friends in any since I've been in your inbox at some point. So that means that if you got access to me without training with me, child, imagine when you come train with me. So I talk to our coaches almost every day in the inbox via Facebook audio. Some of you text me, some of you email me, but I'm always available to help you matriculate through this process, okay? So as you go through it, you'll receive one of each of the following in your virtual modules. It's laid out into 10 different modules that include, number one, a video series. They're video segments. This time, a year ago, we started offering it as a self-study course. I used to teach this live, and then I went to live stream, and then I recorded those live streams, and I chopped them up just for you. And we made that our one-day home study course, but now it's this 10-month program. Or if you want access to it all in one day, that's still an option as well. But I want to meet you where you are, and $100 a month is very doable, very feasible, irresistible even, right? Finger licking is what I'm considering it to be. And so because I recorded those live stream sessions with our inaugural class of coaches, and again, 52 now have trained with me online in the last, it's been a year and a half now since I officially brought everything online. And so I'm giving you copies of those live streams where you get to see me and the original coaches as they said yes. And it also comes with some digital downloadable life coach session worksheets. So you're not guessing your way through it trying to figure out how a life coach session works. If you've ever seen my coaches coach, they have a certain rhythm, a certain flow. They know how to start a session, start to get to the point of a session and wrap that thing on up and get their clients to return. That's a coaching flow. And so I'm giving you access to that because it's all a part of the layout of a session. And so you'll get to see my coaches coach. You'll get to see me coach. Yes. And I'm breaking down how that works in those downloadable worksheets. But what it's going to do is give you that hands-on experience. In my research of what's available in the life coaching industry at the moment, it's mostly programs that have like textbook type of teachings. And so my program stands out because it's hands-on. You're not just coming in and downloading this information and not doing anything with it. No, it's interactive. So you get to engage with these videos. You get to download the worksheets. You get to see other coaches coach. You get to see me coach. That's also rare in the industry. You usually don't see the trainers coach. So I just know what's out there, and I know what I want to make available to you. So if you're here with me live and you have questions about anything that I've shared so far, please put them in the comments below. I don't see your name or your pictures pop up, so you got to talk to me to let me know you're here and that you have questions. I saw some emojis fly by earlier. So I know y'all here. You're listening. And if it's something that you're interested in hearing more about, go ahead and put that 100 emoji in the comments below if you're live with me. Replay viewers or replay listeners, you can do the same thing via the replay comment section, or if you're emailing me, email me 100 emoji. I know exactly what you're talking about, okay? So again, the 100 emoji represents the $100 per month for 10 months for our 10 for 10 program, which is again our one-day life coach certification training that I have expanded into a 10-month program just for you. And it gives you access to what we train on in a day, but gives you more time to go through it, give you more time to pay it off. It is interest-free, and it does come with everything that our pay in full clients get as well. It's rare, it's uncommon, it's questionable to some, like, why is she doing this? Because I love you, and I want to be where you are in this journey. I know what it's like to want to be a coach. I know what it's like to do the research and never really do anything with the research. I know what it's like to call around and get information and pricing programs. Some of y'all have called me. So instead of going straight to voicemail in my office here today, you can go ahead and dive into the program that I know you won't, because it's why you hang around here, okay? So if you're new to the crew, all I talk about is becoming a certified life coach online in one day, specifically Black women of faith. So if it doesn't interest you, you have my full permission to swipe, keep scrolling, okay, or to change the channel. So Coach Lorenzo, who, let me tell you about this young gentleman. I was just talking about you, Coach. So Coach Lorenzo, I looked in my database. And by the way, if you're not watching this live, y'all don't know that I'm on Facebook Live talking to Coach Lorenzo. He's in the comments. I looked up your file. I trained you in 2018, sir. So that's back in my heyday when I was live here in Atlanta, training coaches from all over the world. You guys would drive in, fly in, walk in, sleep over in the hotel. We were literally on the same road as our airport here in Atlanta, just total opposite ends. Now I live on the end of the airport, so y'all can literally touch down, come to class, get certified, and fly back home. And we had so many people do that from Florida and the nearby states here to Georgia. So Coach Lorenzo was one of our certified life coaches. He is on with me saying, I love this concept. This is not done every day. You all need to jump on this before the train leaves the station. Amen. Thank you, Coach Lorenzo. So Coach Lorenzo has personally trained with me in class for 8 hours. I saw Coach Carol Craven was on here earlier too. She's trained with me live here in Atlanta, came down from the Carolinas. So I love the fact that I have you guys, Lorenzo, to vouch for who I am, what I do. I'm not new to this. Apparently, I'm true to this if coaches from years ago still are connected to the network, okay? And so what I did, Coach Lorenzo, was scratched everything that I used to teach y'all. And I started from scratch at the top of 2020. I was just mapping out my journey. I know you and I did a podcast together not too long ago, and it just triggered some memories and had me thinking of where things began back in 2016, trained you in 2018, jumped online at the top of 2020, all because of my affiliation with a film class here in Atlanta. And it was hosted at a local library. And once the film class wrapped up, the librarian put out the opportunity for other people to come teach a class. And I was like, me? Because you could get a free library card. Now, here in Atlanta, if you don't live in a certain county, they like shun you when you go to other county libraries. Like, you're not a resident of our county. So in order to get a Fulton County library card, I wasn't a resident of Fulton County at that point, about a year and a half ago, I volunteered to teach a class. And they sent it out. They have 17 branches of their library. So they kind of shopped my class ideas around, and one library picked it up, and the first class they wanted me to teach was how to become a life coach. And in one hand, I thought my career as a life coach trainer was over because my partnership that I was in when I met you, Coach Lorenzo, was officially dissolved. We had done the work that we were meant to do together, and I was thinking I was on to something else until the library called, chose this class out of the topics that I could talk about. The class sold out, packed out, and I used that moment for research. And I said, okay, we're going to scratch everything that I once taught. We're going to start over. I'm going to put my own little stank on it. It's my, intellectual property. Use that sold out class as a focus group, a feedback group like y'all. I've been training coaches since 2016. A partnership that I trained with for 4 years just dissolved, but then the library called. They chose this class for y'all. Y'all showed up, and now you're telling me you're interested in me training you? Okay, so if I did this on my own, under a whole new brand, my company, by the way, this white stuff in my hair is conditioning, just in case you're late to the conversation. Okay. If I started this from scratch, taught you not what I used to teach, but what I know from my own experience as a coach, from my own experience as a trainer, and from the personal experiences of those that I have trained live here in Atlanta, would you guys be interested in that training? 5 ladies said yes on the spot. Jumped in the training. I made 100% of the sales, which I was not used to making because my 4-year partnership was only 25% of the sales, even though I did 99.9% of the work. God said, here's your whole 100%. So I charged $600 a head, as they say when you host events. Made my first $3,000 with my first training class on February 1st, 2020. Then we hosted a class in March, then April. Then I realized I had enough content because I did all 3 of those classes online. And all of a sudden, here comes our friend COVID-19, right? The quarantine, the shutdown. And it was just before that God had told me to do this class online. And I did. Thankfully, I obeyed. We don't always listen, right, Coach Lorenzo? So, and I'm saying that for me, like, because I argued with God, like, Lord, I don't want to write a book and teach the. And when I humbly submitted, taught these classes, recorded those classes, which is what I'm giving you in this 10 for 10 program, you get to see where I started from the bottom. Now we here, 50 coaches later, who said yes to that online training opportunity. And so 50 coaches, everybody has trained in the last year and a half, online material from scratch, wrote a book. It's now the #1 new release on Amazon. Who would have thought the book I didn't want to write would be a bestseller? And here we are with a tribe of coaches. Like, this is exactly what I've been looking for. And again, my favorite part in all of this is that we now have coaches referring coaches without me asking. It's a beautiful thing. So shouts out to coaches Lorenzo and Coach Eba and all of our coaches. If I'm forgetting your name, please forgive me. I know I give everybody their flowers, their credit for sending people my way. I am getting emails from people from years ago saying, so-and-so trained with you back in so-and-so. I'm reaching out because I'm ready now. And so I love the seeds that have been sown over time and that I captured these moments. When I was training live, I would usually only capture a little bit of video and then we would take a group picture, which I got to find your picture, Coach Lorenzo, and see where you are in 2018. I show them all, so it's somewhere on my laptop. I'll send that to you personally, sir. So I captured our in-session teachings and trainings, and I use those videos now as our home study course, teaching this fresh from scratch life coaching information that's now specifically designed for Black women of faith. Because back in the day, I was training men, women, in all ethnicities, all walks of life, all religions, and now it's specifically for Black women of faith who go through our one-day life coach certification training, the self-study course or the home study course, however you want to refer to it. And I love looking back on these trainings. I have watched these videos over and over. Me and my assistant, because she was over putting them in order, in sequence order, to make it all line up and make sense. And so now to see that these trainings are just as effective as when I first taught them a year and a half ago, because coaches who have gone through this program, out of that 52 that have said yes to this program and trained with me over the last year since we offered it online, they're like, Dr. AJ, I feel like I'm right there in this class with you. It's so engaging. They love the workbook that comes with the training because it flows with those video sessions. So that's why I'm including those virtual video segments. I'm showing you my coaches and how they started out, where they started, because we're all new when we first get certified, right? And so we're putting this stuff into action. But I'm making it easy so that I can walk you through the process. Coach Lorenzo say the information you give is life-changing. Thank you, sir. That is my goal, to help change destinies. We are legacy livers, legacy leavers, and I do this specifically through training Black women of faith to become those certified life coaches so that whatever vision God has given them, whatever people have raised their hand for to say, please teach me, train me, work with me, how can I pay you? It's time to put that into action. And so I set that model through this training. I'm showing you how this works. I share with you guys. I'm not holding anything back. I'm being honest, telling you the truth, telling you what's out there and what I offer. And it's just a matter of saying yes. And as y'all super saved, super deep folks say, take a leap of faith. Y'all claim y'all waiting on God. Sometimes he waiting on you, but that's another sermon for another day. I ain't here to preach. So if you're looking for that interactive experience, hands-on knowledge, as Coach Lorenzo said, life-changing information, that's what this 10 for 10 program is. So if you want more information, you have to inbox me for the link. We're not going to have what I call a come to Jesus call. I'm not answering any questions because most of you I have talked to on the phone. We've talked in the inbox here on Facebook. We've talked via email. Don't ask me no questions about this program because everything I'm sharing here tonight, everything I send you in your inbox is all you need to get started. Like I said, we have lurkers. We have people who come out the woodworks like, I've been following you for years, Dr. AJ. So that means you know my style. I have nothing to prove. Or as my friend Lisa Nichols says, nothing to hide, nothing to prove. Either you want it or you don't. Future Black Life Coach Erica Nicole Brown. Hey, girl. She says, if you pay up before the 10th month, will it take 10 months to get certified? That's up to you. It's definitely an option to switch your payment methods because it is automatically drafted from your account the day that you start. So that same day every month. PayPal ain't got nothing to do with what y'all agreed to. PayPal sets that up and drafts it. So you have two options here. You can, number one, do like what our summer camp, no, was it summer camp you came to, Erica? Or boot camp taught? I think you were at the boot camp. Pay in full and you done. Or 10 months, $100 a month. So if you get to a point where you want to pay it off before the 10 months, then yes, we can schedule that for you. But you just have to communicate with me before your next payment comes out, and we can switch you to do that. And then, yes, you will have access to the entire program. The entire program. So, yes. So what I love about the 10 for 10 is that it's dripping it out a little bit at a time. So for those of you who live busy lives, you know, you got all this stuff y'all tell me that has kept you from getting certified before. I'm giving you time to go check on the kids and the boo and then come do a little work and then wait on the next email to come out. So it's giving you time. I never pressure my ladies to go through the training in a day unless you just want to. We have had our last two coaches, Coach Samil and Coach Sharika Dixon, a day. They knocked it out because they knew that's what they wanted to do. But for those of you who like, do I have to do it in a day? Nope, you got 10 months. You know, and the information is not going to go away. It's not going to disappear after 10 months. But I'm hoping you can finish a one-day training in 10 months. So this is what God gave me recently for those of you who are ready. So as long as you are selecting between the two options to either, number one, pay the $1,000 in full, or number two, you know, the 10 for 10 with the $100 a month for 10 months, it all leads to life coach certification when you complete the training. So I'm happy to send you the link in the inbox area, Erica, because you know all the details, child. I ain't going to break nothing else down. I'm tired, y'all. I'm tired, for real. I'm trying to make this easy for both of us. So also in the training are those coaching activities. I love that my coaches like sound like me when they coach. And so because of what I teach, using like a printable outline that I give you, a template that I give you, I demonstrate how to coach. You see me coach, you see other coaches coach. You get a chance to coach because it's very interactive and you get a chance to go through the certification for yourself. That's my favorite part. So I can recognize the coaches who have trained with me, and so can clients because they have breakthroughs all the time. Erica said, when is the deadline? It's no deadline. Not at the moment. Just like it's interest free at the moment. So I'm listening to the Holy Spirit, which is the spirit of my business. One of my coaches taught me that to kind of just woosah, slow down, breathe, listen to the Holy Spirit. What is he guiding you to do? He recently gave me 10 for 10. It won't be available forever. I know that for sure. There's nothing like that, like this out there, especially with you guys still having access to me, like real time. I've had 3 a.m. conversations in the inbox, 11 o'clock, just checking in conversations. So this is unheard of in the industry. But my goal is to lead this industry we call life coaching, specifically for Black women of faith who know God has called you. And one thing I know about Black women, when we make up our mind to get something, whether it's nails, lashes, weave, some shoes, a purse, a car, a man, a baby, of course, shall we make it happen? So do what you got to do. Get your $100 a month or your $1,000 paying full. We make it happen. We go get these degrees and certifications. We do what we want to do. And another Black woman taught me that. She's like, when a Black woman make up her mind, child, ain't no stopping her. So I keep that in mind when it comes to, you know, putting things out there, and really just sitting back and seeing who is serious, especially serious about what God has told you to do. Because if y'all don't listen to Jesus, child, I don't stand a chance. So I don't really put restrictions on people like that. Because I think it was a pastor. I heard somebody once say, when you put expectations on people, you're setting yourself up to fail. I was like, oh. So yeah, I learned not to do that. So no pressure, no hard deadline. This will not be available forever. So if if anybody watching this, anybody listen to this and it's like 2-3 years down the line and it ain't available, child. Okay, we're moving on. So one of my favorite things in the 10 for 10, y'all, it's in my program as a whole, but it's what we call a 5-figure financial breakdown. and it's helping you to start with where you are. That's why this 10 for 10 is perfect for those of you who can't pay $1,000 in one payment. We're going to break down your finances, and that's going to help you set your pricing for your coaching sessions. I want to know, well, you ain't going to send it to me, but we're going to work through it together. Hypothetically, I'll be there in spirit working with you through your money. And you don't have to share it with me. You don't have to share it with anybody. It's just going to show you where to start as a coach to, number one, make the money back that you're investing in this program. But number two, to start making money as a coach. My favorite posts that my coaches make lately are that their own coaching calls, how much money they made, how many clients they have, how many sessions they got coming up. It's super exciting to know that these ladies are out making money. Coach Lorenzo says, and trust me, she is telling the truth. At this price and time frame, it's a steal. And the fact that it is God involved, can't beat this. Amen. And let me tell you what I've seen recently in the Black life coaching space. You know, people who claim the name of God, we'll put it like that, because I don't want to be judgy. I judge because we all do. But then they'll turn around and send you an email calling you all types of this and that, or it's in the headline trying to get your attention. I'm like, ooh, okay. So we got some lukewarm out there, you know, and you do have to be careful. But I've done videos about that, you know, just being safe, because coach hurt is out there too. Just like church hurt, coach hurt. And so me and Jesus have come to Jesus's all the time, okay? Just about this company and where it is, who it's for. If you watch my live recently, I talked about how God used to show me groups of ladies that I was teaching and talking to. When I was at my lowest, I was having visions of my future, and this is it. So I know this is God ordained. I told y'all I tried to run from the book, just like preachers run from preaching. I ain't want to write no book. I ain't think continuing to train online would be my mega breakthrough. But here we are, 50 plus coaches later, plus the coaches that I trained offline. So we're over 158 coaches now that is on the roster. I can call y'all and email and text you, you know. So it's a lot to keep up with everybody that's on the list. But yeah, I definitely keep God front and center to what I do. And I realize I don't have to be super preachy. That ain't never been me. But I love knowing that I am coming from a place of peace, and it's pure. And I love the reactions I get from people who talk to me that say, hold on, y'all, my phone ringing. I hope it didn't cut off my live. So I love getting the reaction from people who say, Dr. AJ, you ain't about the money, huh? Like, I could tell you not doing this just for the money. I was like, wow, you know. So it's an honor to have that gift recognized, because that's a gift in and of itself, compassion and caring for what your people actually get. Like, I care that you finished the training. I was just on a call with a colleague for like an hour just venting about, out of 52 ladies, we have a good 9 of those ladies who have not finished, and I really want them to finish. And she's like, you got to take your heart out of it, Dr. H. And I was like, I can't. I want them to finish. They paid for this. I want them to get what they paid for. You know, and they got it. They got the program. They just have to finish. And so the best way for me to give you guys time and space to finish the program is to do it like this with the 10 for 10. 10 months, 1 module a month for 10 months. Now, at the end of 10 months, if you ain't through, I'm coming. I get your address. I'm coming knock on you. Let me stop. I just believe that you are capable of so much more than you give yourself credit for or time to do. And like that slogan says, you know, it only takes as long as you need it to take. It takes as long as it takes. So if you can't do it in a day and you can't do it in 10 months, child, I don't know what to tell you. So let me get off my soapbox on that, because I really love looking back on our growth and the growth of our coaches. That's why I'm including those beginner life coaching recordings, so y'all can see other coaches coach, because I don't know about you, but I learn from watching other people in their zone of genius. People like Kanye West, Beyonce, you know, I watch them for different reasons than their following do. I just love seeing people do what they're meant to do, called to do, walking in their purpose. And so when you get to see other people do it, I think it'll inspire you and rub off on you as well. So that's why I share the videos of other coaches, as well as give you that opportunity to demonstrate those skills that you learn in the training and give you that live experience on how to do that, how to find clients. And then we wrap it all up with what we call the life coaching assessment. Coach Lorenzo is fairly familiar with one version of the assessment, because at the beginning of every class we announce, there's an exam, there's a test, there's an assessment. And a lot of people freak out like, wait a minute, what? I didn't know a test was involved. We call it an assessment officially. And I have arranged this assessment to help qualify you to get your credentials, to receive that official life coach certification certificate. And it's delivered right to your inbox when you successfully complete the life coach certification training in 10 months or in a day. Same thing. Okay. So you do the assessment and demonstrate your skills, and then you wrap it up with receiving that certificate, plus some other goodies in your inbox and so much more. So that is pretty much all of it for our new 10 for 10 program. So if you have questions, if you're here live with me and you want to ask anything regarding the program like Erica did, then let me know. I'm happy to answer those questions. Coach Lorenzo says, one thing you taught me was how to separate coaching from preaching. And I love that part of what I do because, Coach, I have so many people that have trained with me, and the first few moments of the training, they always reveal that they thought they were coaching, but it was really preaching. It was really advice giving, opinion sharing, telling people what to do, rolling their neck, and you should have did this, you could have did this. If I was you, I would have did this. That ain't right. Judging. And when they find out what coaching really is, because they take this training, they're like, I'm so sorry. One lady actually did that in one of our live classes. She was like, oh, I got somebody to go apologize to because I thought I was coaching, but I was judging. It's just amazing to see what learning this skill we call life coaching can do in your life and then in the lives of those who you think you helping, but you don't really know you ain't really helping them till you get certified. It's a lot of fun to see that breakthrough, that aha moment. So thank you for sharing that, because a lot of people still preach, still judge, are still just like biased on the quote unquote advice or opinions they give, trying to quote unquote help people, not realizing that they're not coaching. But you wouldn't know that unless you've been trained and certified, right, Coach Lorenzo? So that's pretty much all I have. For those of you who also love this concept, you know what's out there in the industry because you have been doing your research, calling around, stalking people's site and email lists. Maybe even you jumped into a course that you're not secure in and you're like, is something missing? Am I really ready to do this? Then, before it's too late, don't worry about when this goes away just yet. I'll let you know now. I'll be like, we no longer offer, and then that's when you can womp. So because this is God inspired, I want to give you this life-changing information, as Coach Lorenzo pointed out earlier. And yes, if you are like Coach Erica, Future Black Life Coach, Coach Erica Nicole Brown, and you get into the 10 for 10 program and you're like, I want to take this at a faster pace, you just send me an email before that monthly payment is taken out and we can switch you to the pay in full option. So you can take care of the difference of whatever, hasn't been paid. And I'm happy to send you the rest of the course. So you can have it all there, get it done, and just be done with it. But if you have been a part of the last 6 months journey of boot camp, masterclass, summer camp, boot camp, we've done something every month the last 6 months. We got something coming up next month. No, it's not another version of the training. It is an introductory course to give you more information. It's more like a basic training to talk about life coaching and what life coaching is, because a lot of people don't understand what life coaching is. And my job here in the industry at this point is to educate you. So we start with the educational piece. Then you can join us in the training. And you get a hookup when you go through one of our boot camps, summer camps, basic trainings, master classes like Coach Erica has. But that's only during that time. So right now, what's on the table is our 10 for 10 process. So thank you, Coach Lorenzo, for telling us what is available. And it's priceless because it's coming from a Black male when I train and certify Black women of faith. Hey, Coach Corinthia Denise Dixie, one of our certified Black women of faith, is on here with us live. Coach Lorenzo comment earlier saying, this price, this time frame is a steal. The fact that God is involved, we both know you can't beat it with a baseball bat, right? So we are separating coaching from preaching, teaching, telling people what to do, giving advice, sharing opinion, and we're diving into the skill of becoming a certified, qualified, professionally trained life coach, where you're not guessing, you're not copying, pasting what you see everybody else do, wondering why it ain't working for you. Tell them Coach Corinthia Denise Dixie, Coach 123, okay? In our 158 we have on our roster now. So if you ready, and I'm that person, okay? This ain't the program to come be nosy, see what we teach, because you don't get everything at once if you do 10 for 10 anyway, so you might as well keep your ducats. But if you're like, okay, Dr. AJ, I can see myself doing 10 months, I can see myself sitting down, learning from you, learning from your coaches, interacting live with you in the inbox, live in the Facebook groups, I'm in there. You get to meet our other coaches who have gone through the training, those that are active online in our Facebook group. And there's so many more little goodies that you get that I ain't even going to tell you about. You just got to be there. They're a surprise to many. So, are there any questions before I go? Anybody else want to add to our conversation about becoming a certified life coach for our 10 for 10 program, 10 months, $100 a month? And it's interest free. You get access to the same information our certified coaches have, and you get that accountability and that support, making sure that you're going through the program. Coach Corinthia can tell you, I'll send you an inbox like checking in, what you're working on, how can I help you, what support do you need, what questions do you have, what resources do you... That's me times 52 that's online. And then I have a whole separate roster of those that I've trained live. So if there are any questions and I'm no longer live, feel free to tag me in those here in this video, whether you're watching on Facebook, the replay, you may be watching this replay on YouTube. I talk in the comments on YouTube too. If you're listening to this on the podcast, feel free to email me, aj@thebossof.me is my email address, aj@thebossof.me. That's all I have, you guys. I have to return a call to someone who just left a voicemail. So let's see who that is. That should be fun. That's all I got. If you guys have no questions, I will leave you with this. Again, thank you to my coaches who showed up and shared love. I appreciate testimonials and feedback and just pouring in. It means more than you know. I really appreciate you guys for being a part of my journey, and I love that I'm a part of y'all's. So remember, there is someone somewhere. They are waiting on you, future Black Life Coach, to walk in your destiny so they can walk into theirs. It's because when you let your own light shine, you give others permission to do the same. As a future Black certified life coach, when you impact just one life, you impact generations. Y'all ready? Email me, aj@thebossof.me, or send me a personal inbox here on Facebook if we're connected in any way. And I'm happy to send you the link to get registered, because I know that this video, plus the ones that are before it, that you can click play or replay on, has answered all the questions that you have about the program, right? Thank y'all for the love, the emojis, the hearts, the support, the comments, the engagement. And until we meet again, my friends, I will see y'all soon. Have a phenomenal rest of your night. God bless. Bye, future Black Life Coaches and certified Black Life Coaches.